jump right in.
I'm gonna give you my metal inset booklet on either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Because that's due today, isn't it?
I think so.
Okay, cool.
I didn't really review assignments, but she needs to leave at 5, so I wanted to get through as much as we
Yeah,
could.
sorry.
And then we can catch up on anything that you have questions on, because there are some assignments that I want to go over with you and make sure that you're really comfortable with everything. All right, so parts of speech, super fun activities. We focus on introducing the noun, the verb, the adjective, and the article. So we always start with the noun, because that's the most tangible one of them. So the activity, most of the introductions I would do on a work rug rather than a table, because you kind of lay things out. And then you use these.
What is that?
That's the incubator.
For the eggs.
Yes.
Natural.
Did you see the chicks?
Natalia showed me.
Oh, fun. So we have these little booklets of paper. So you'll want one of these when you do parts of speech activities, because you'll have to write things down. So those are nice little quick ways to grab them. So the initial presentation, you're going to want a small group of kids, like 2 to 4 is the perfect size of kids who are ready for parts of speech. They're typically ready after they've been through definitely the pink material. If they're into the blue or green material and they're pretty proficient readers, is when a good time to start introducing parts of speech to them. So typically like blue material is when I start doing that. So you ask each child to go get something from the environment, or you can bring materials to you, but it's kind of fun when they can go and get their own thing, because it makes it more theirs. And so they'll bring over their items, and as a group we'll name what each of them are. So this is a ruler, and then you'll write down the name. I went ahead and prepared these. You write down the name of each of them, and you'll label them. A brush. Yeah, a paintbrush.
Paintbrush.
This is
Spindle.
Pencil.
And what is this?
Crayon.
Very good. So objects that are in our environment that have names are called nouns. You guys all say nouns?
Nouns.
Very good. And we have special symbols that we use to represent nouns. And they are these large black triangles. Triangle represents a pyramid, which is one of the oldest structures that there is. And so that's why we use a black triangle. And we put our black triangles above each word that is a noun. Would you like to put a triangle above a noun?
Can't do triangle.
Good. All right, if you want to look around, can you guys find some other nouns in our
A
environment?
noun's a person, place, or thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
just
you'll
wanna make
do
sure.
that type of a lesson later.
Okay.
Marker.
Marker. A marker is a noun. Very good.
Scissors.
Scissors are a noun. Can you find any, can you see anything? You don't have to pick it up. It
Okay.
can be anything that you see.
A bowl.
A bowl is a noun. Very good.
A printer.
A printer is a noun.
Water.
Water, yeah, and your water bottle. Those are both nouns. Very good. So pretty much anything that you see, anything that you touch.
A clock.
Nouns. A clock.
My mouth.
Your mouth is a noun, yeah. Those are things in the environment. Very good. So you just keep going for as long as they're interested in it. And then as an extension, they can go around the room and you can give them little strips of paper and they can actually label different things, and they can like place those labels around the classroom, labeling different objects. So if they can label it as something, as a thing, then they know that it's a noun.
Cool.
And then the next extension that you do, I'm going to give each of you a piece of paper. And you can move on the way. pencil.
Oh, okay.
Oh yes, it's sharp and it has an eraser.
They're brand new.
It's the best way.
All right, so what I would like you to do is write all of the nouns that we have labeled here. So you guys can just pick 3.
Oh, okay.
It's good practice for writing too. Practice your line placement.
Writing big too.
Yeah, you have, yeah.
Oh, like that.
Writing on these papers
I guess it
is
wouldn't
really
teach
hard.
a kid if I did it that way, would it? Gotta make them like gigantic.
I know. It's really awkward, I feel like, to write on these lined papers because they are so big. I always feel like my handwriting is like extra terrible.
The first letter is always the hardest.
Good, and then I'd like you to take this black colored pencil and label each noun with a black triangle right above it.
Okay.
Oh, you can do the same thing.
What am I doing? The triangle?
You're labeling each of the nouns with a black triangle.
Just like that, right?
Mhm. Exactly.
Did you have a question?
Yes.
It's not necessarily 2 words combined, it's just 2 words to describe it as a paintbrush. Do you just use one triangle still?
I would use one triangle to describe,
Okay.
because it's the type of brush that it is. So, I mean, if they ended up drawing a triangle above each word, that wouldn't be the end of the world. Oh, we're doing it above the word.
Oops. So like it
So-
going downwards or just up like this? Okay.
Yeah, you just do the exact same thing, but up above.
Okay.
The yellow ones are really good.
The jelly beans.
Well, she could eat as many as those ones as you want because it hurts my mouth. So.
Yeah, I'll have to oh, it does erase. Nice. Yeah, pencil would. You don't have to erase them though.